What's up? This is Ryan.
And this is Erin.
And today we're bringing a full breakdown of the fighter Shango from Tag Team. This one is published by Scorpion Masqué and Hachette Games. Thank you to Hachette for providing this copy for our channel. So, Erin, you and I have both fought with Shango.
Yep.
I've fought with him more than you.
A little bit more, than I have. Yeah.
So, generally, Shango is a powerful fighter at times. He's a fierce fighter, but he's got some problems.
Yeah, like he starts off with 0 power, so you can't really do anything until you're able to power him up, which makes a big difference when you consider who you want to match him up with as his partner.
Absolutely. So starting with 0 power, that's a little bit of an issue. He's got 15 health, which is pretty solid throughout the rest of the fighters. I think that we need to explain the mechanics behind Shango. He's got these things called aflame tokens. He gets 5 aflame tokens to deal out, and those aflame tokens are essentially you incinerate your opponent if an opponent ever gathers 5 aflame tokens, all 5 aflame tokens.
And the issue is, I mean, of course, like every match with Tag Team, you want to get certain cards to come out at the same time. You don't know what your partner's doing, but if you can line it up where you can get all 5 of those aflame tokens, which I've done one time before against you. Have you ever done that?
I have not.
I did it one time against you, and it was very satisfying.
It was.
But I got all 5 aflame tokens on one of his characters and KO'd. They're incinerated.
Yeah, it's one of the more dangerous I guess mechanics, but also one of the more unpredictable, because every time you're dealing in a flame token to a specific fighter, if you ever deal in a flame token to a different fighter, those aflame tokens come back
off of that first one.
That's right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about
disappointing.
Let's talk about some of the cards that we do like, and then some of the matchups that we may lean into.
So all of the characters, including Shango, have 10 cards. That includes their starter card that you have to start the game with, the match with. So my favorite card of Shango's is called Breath of Fire. There are 3 Breath of Fire cards. It's almost a third of his deck, but this card is extremely powerful.
It is. I guess the good part and the bad part of a Breath of Fire card is what it does is it deals damage based on the power level of Shango, but also the number of flame tokens.
On that particular character that you're attacking.
Yeah. So the good part is that if you can get Shango to a good power level with enough power cubes, you can really do some damage. But the best part of this card has to deal with the fact that a successful attack, which even if Shango attacks for 0, is successful as long as it's not blocked. A successful attack will give another aflame card. Another aflame token, which is really nice because you can kind of start to stack those aflame tokens if you hit the same opponent.
If you're successful,
over and over.
you give another aflame. Because you're hitting your opponent for the power that Shango has total, plus the aflame tokens on that that person you're attacking. And so that's why it's so powerful. And that's why you need to partner Shango with somebody who can give him a good amount of power so you can build that up really fast.
Let's talk about Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike is a tough one because it can deal damage to all the fighters, which also includes your partner, which is tough.
So when you draw 3 cards and you choose which one to put into your deck, you want to make sure that your partner has ample amount of health, that they're not towards the end, because you know this card's coming out and you're going to be dealing damage to your partner as well.
I guess the good part about Lightning Strike is that Shango is very rarely overpowered. Very rarely is he going to have 6, 7, 8 power cubes on him. So you're not dealing a ton of damage to your own character, but you are dealing damage to all 3 characters: the partner's tag partner, and I mean your opponent's partner, and your own.
However, once you've added it to your deck, it's going to come out over and over until the game's over. So you're constantly going to be like nickel and diming down the health.
You also have Thunderstone. Thunderstone is just It's basically a transfer of power, allowing you to transfer from your partner to yourself to get a power, which is helpful.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Wall
then
of Flame.
Wall of Flame
You're blocking.
is a good block.
Yeah.
So the I guess part of the problem is that he only has 2 blocking cards.
That's true.
He only has 2 ways to block Wall of Flame, but both blocking cards will give you, if they're successful, will give you power.
And your partner power. So you're building up your power that way. Yeah.
Cauterize is probably one of the best cards in his deck. There's only one of it, but it gives your partner heals 3 hit points. So let's talk now about partners. Who do we want to partner Shango up with, and who don't we want to partner?
Well, we talked about this. We looked through the different characters and drew from our own experience, but Joan is a good one to partner Shango with because Joan is consistent. She's a support character and she's consistently giving power to her partner, which is key for Shango to be able to do the things he needs to do with his Aflame tokens.
That's right. Yeah. And on top of that, she has enough power. She'll collect enough power herself where using Thunderstone will not adversely affect her
because
badly.
She can keep gaining power herself, but also keep giving power to her partner.
That's
so it's
right.
continuous. Yeah.
Another good one would be Gollum. This is actually, Erin was using Gollum when she beat me with the flame tokens and incinerated my character.
It was fun.
One of the ways that Gollum has a card that is a 2X card. It basically, the next card allows, I'm forgetting the name of the card right now.
I have it right here.
But
it's reanimation.
Yeah. So it allows you to trigger the card that you play next twice, which is super helpful because that means that you can put 2 Aflame tokens on a character back to back. And so that is a really nice, that's a good way to kind of say, okay, I'm getting toward the end of like getting 2 more Flame tokens on this person. If I can finish them off with this, that's
just remember
really nice.
when you add reanimation to your deck to put it in front of the Aflame token card, a flame card. Yeah.
One of the people that I don't want to go against as Shango is Wong.
Yeah.
Wong can and has, I think this happened on video, Wong has messed me up by taking away that Aflame card, his starter card.
I did that to you.
Yes. And so it took away that Aflame card. Not allowing me to put Aflame tokens using one of the best mechanics of Shango.
Yeah, and right now we're talking about not who you don't want to partner with him, but who you don't want him to go against.
Sure.
And so when I had the character of Wong and was playing against Ryan, I had the card that would take one of his cards out. And I was hoping that I put it in the right place, and I was trying to remember where he had his, and sure enough, it came out at the right time and got rid of that card, the Aflame card. So he did no longer have the power to add the Aflame tokens to.
So I had to depend on other cards to add Aflame tokens, which are not as consistent.
No, and not as powerful. I feel like Shango, his character is really built around the Aflame tokens, and if you take that ability away, it's going to be really hard for him to be successful.
That's right. That's right. So this was just a quick analysis of Shango from Tag Team. We're going to be doing more of these. If you have some thoughts on Shango, we would love to hear your experience playing with Shango as you play through Tag Team.
I would love to hear, like, in your experience, who you guys enjoy partnering him with, because those are the only 2 that we thought of right away, but there might be others that are really good for him to be partnered with.
So be sure to comment in the comments below and let us know what you think of Shango. We'll have more of these videos coming in the coming weeks. Thanks so much, and be sure to join us Thursday nights for Tag Team Throwdown. We appreciate everybody joining us, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and share this video with somebody that you care about. So that'll do it. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, we'll see you at the table.